Of all the advancements in technology, one of the areas that hasn't changed is the hard work by individuals to mine one of the most precious metals. Today, Doug Parker is taking us on a journey that links us with the past to find that metal, gold.
But we're out here on one of the GPAA claims, and we're going to do some digging for some gold, and we're going to find some today. This little thing right here is somebody was working. It's a wash running down through here, so what you want to do is concentrate, get where the gold is being concentrated so you can find more gold. As it washes down through here, they just dug the first 6 inches or so. They dug this out with a wash, ran it through a dry washer, and we're going to find a place too, and we're going to take the dry washer, set it up, and we're going to find some gold for you to take back home. First of all, I'm going to give you a little tour, show you what we're going to be looking for, and then we'll find a place to dig.
You don't find them laying right on top?
No. It's a lot of work. There's a lot of places you can dig, but you won't find anything. So we need to find something someplace that's got something, hopefully, and where it's been concentrated down, and then we'll dig it.
Okay. Doug, can you tell us a little bit about this dry sluice that you put together? As I understand, you actually designed this.
Yeah, it's a dry washer. Yeah, I designed it. I've been prospecting quite a few years, so I took all the information and knowledge that I've received through the years and put together a dry washer, designed it and built it so that I can recover the little fine stuff that a lot of the other dry washers throw away. So that was 3 years in designing and building that thing, so I'm kind of proud of it myself. So, but we're gonna get some out here tonight. We're gonna dig this hole out and get us some gold here.
Can you kind of go through the steps how this thing actually supposedly reclaims the gold from the dirt?
Well, you have a blower motor. This is a blower motor that blows air into the box. The box has a fan, oscillating fan that's offset so that it vibrates the box, blowing air up, aerating the material. Gold being heavier than other material out here, it's heavy and it stays in the pan. When you aerate, it's the first to come down, and the light stuff will come off, and the rocks will come off, the light gold, the light sand, I mean, and the gold will stay in the pan, in the tray, and it classifies it down to a 1/4 inch from the top here. As you shovel it in at the top, it classifies it down, and the light sands go off the end. As the material is fed into top here, it comes out the bottom. This is vibrating and shaking and aerating, blowing the dirt up. As you can see, the light stuff is right in here. Your heaviers are up in here. Your gold is going to stay up in the first couple riffles. The riffles are, if you're familiar with a sluice box, the riffles are exactly the opposite of a sluice box. Where a sluice box will create an eddy in the front, we want to create an eddy in the back. We have dead air space in the back, so that as the material is being blown up, the gold is staying behind the riffles, and that's the purpose. That's the theory behind how a dry washer works. And out here in the desert, there's not a lot of water, so we have to do what we have to do to get our gold. We dry wash in Nevada.
Thanks, Doug. That's really very interesting. So where did you end up getting this device? Was this put together, or is it something that you actually built?
I built it myself, designed it on AutoCAD, and then gave it to a sheet metal manufacturer, and he put it together for me.
So is this the only one in existence, or do you have others like this?
Now, I've built 25 or 30 of them, and I have sold them. But I don't sell them for profit. I sell them, I've got about $350 in it, so I'd sell them for about $400 because I'm a prospector, and prospecting equipment is high, and the only way to get anywhere to be able to afford this hobby, you either have to build your own equipment or you have to have somebody that can build it for you. So we do it. I try to do it cheap, and I would, sell them to our friends, my friends.
What makes this piece of equipment different than what most people go out and would purchase at a store?
They're almost identical, except I took all the features of the different dry washers on the market and decided what was best for me and the area that we're in, and I designed it to work in this area. So we have, I recover the fine gold, and that's what this is. There's a lot of fine gold out here, and a lot of the other dry washers will throw away the finer golds. And I don't want to give my secret away, but I have most prospectors that's doing any dry washing. They modify their own dry washer, and I did the same thing, but I designed it already modified.
That's really extremely interesting. I can't wait to get started with this. I mean, it just seems absolutely fascinating. And these great big piles alongside this, what are these great big piles here, Doug? I see piles of real rough dirt like stone.
This is a tailing pile. This is where I've been out here with a dry washer. The big rocks on this side are what's fallen off the top. The little piles of fine material over there is what comes off the front of this. Now, they were digging this area in through here, and they're not here today, so we're going to dig.
Well, hopefully we'll have some luck.
I designed this myself.
This is again called a
dry washer.
Why do you use the dry washer? Is it because it doesn't use water?
Right.
There's not a lot of water.
There's not a lot of water around here. So we use a dry washer to...
And you designed this yourself?
Yeah, I just built and designed this. It's a lot of work, but it's... we don't look at it as that. We look at it as fun. It's finding it that's so exciting. The gold that we're going to see today, if we find any, is millions of years old. And we will be the first person to ever see it. And to me, that gives me goose pimples thinking about it. Nobody's ever seen this stuff before. Because if they did, they wouldn't have thrown it back. So, nobody's seen it. We're the first one that's ever seen it. Each and every little grain, gram, nugget, ounce is all individual. There's no two pieces alike. They're all unique in their own special way, and it's amazing. Nobody's ever seen it before. When it shows up in our pan, we'll be the first to see it.
Interesting. I can't wait to see what we got.
Doug, you don't recommend going, say if you had a jackhammer and you had ways of operating it out here, would you go through that bedrock?
Not likely.
Okay.
The gold, that caliche has been there for many, many years, and there's never, you almost have to have dynamite to bust that. And usually if they're building a pool out here, yeah, you see caliche, they tell you dig a pool somewhere else. So caliche's not real easy to get through, and there has been gold found under it, but it's not worth the trouble to try to get through caliche.
Now, I might ask you just one little personal question. Now, how does your wife take to you gold mining out here?
She does the panning for me.
I like the pan.
Pardon?
I like the pan for the gold. When he gets it down to the black sand, I like to pick out the little nuggets that we get.
It sounds like you've had quite an experience.
Yes.
Now, what do you do with the gold? Do you sell it off, or do you have jewelry made from it?
We don't sell it. If I sold it, for the gas it cost me to get out here, the equipment I got to buy, it's $1,500 an ounce.
So gold has a ways to go before it becomes really a profitable thing on the individual
It's a
basis.
hobby, and as long as you're thinking it as a hobby, you know, I've made necklaces and bezels for all my family and my grandkids. My granddaughter comes out with me. It's my grandkids, they come out here. They're completely different people out here. They're out here, look at this place, it's beautiful. They run around here, it gets dark, they don't even notice. You know, at home, they won't even answer the phone because they say, Grandpa, it might be a stranger. You know, they're in town, they don't go outside after it gets dark. It gets, here, they're having a ball. They tell scary stories here. At home, you tell scary stories and they don't sleep. Out here, they encourage you. They come out, oh, Grandpa, we're going to sit around the fireplace. We're going to tell scary stories. They put a flashlight under their chin and they just tell about the coyotes and everybody, the cows coming around. And then when they go to bed, we leave the door open out here.
So you say that this can be really a family experience.
Absolutely. It is. It is a family.
So bring the kids out.
Bring the kids. Bring them out. They'll love it. They're completely different.
Now you can see this is not an operation that people might want to use if they're afraid of dirt, a little bit of dirt and dust. This is prospecting in the 21st century. Doug, what are we doing now?
Okay, what we're going to do now is take our machine here, our leaf blower, and we're going to turn it from a blowing air into the dry washer to, when we get down to caliche or bedrock. Here it's more caliche. Bedrock is something solid that the gold can't penetrate. It goes down to the caliche, it goes down to the bedrock, and it stops there. A lot of that has cracks and holes and crevices in it. Your shovel won't pick up. So what we do now is turn our blower motor into a vacuum cleaner, where I've designed this here so that it's sucking. Now it's going to suck up all this material that's down here on the bedrock or the caliche, and we're going to put it into the bucket, and then we'll put the blower back on, and we'll run the dry washer again and clean up on the floor. So that's what we're going to do now. We shut the machine off so you can hear. What we've done here, if you look, all this is a caliche or bedrock, and we've taken our vacuum and we vacuumed up all the material that was laying on here. And all these little cracks, crevices where your shovel can't get into, the vacuum does. So it's another little tip that we teach you. And nice, easy equipment you can make yourself.
So what do you do with the stuff that you vacuumed up and that's in the pail?
Well, what we do now is take the motor and turn it back into a blower and turn the dry washer back on and just dump it into the dry washer and process the material that way. That's what we're going to do now.
Okay. Hopefully we found something. Should I get my my 10-pound bag out to take all the gold home?
Yeah, not yet.
This prospecting looks like a lot of hard work, Doug.
It is. A lot of people think you just come out here and in your Cadillacs and park it and get out, pick up a couple 10 pounds, you know, and go home. But we're going to test this and see if we find anything. If we do, then we'll continue and we'll just save it and we'll pan it out at the house later. That way I'll pour this bucket in, we'll test it and pan it, and if we're finding good gold, then we'll dig some more and put it in the bucket and save it.
So that good stuff there that's on top, that has to be...
Well, yeah, we're going to check it all. But we'll just dump it in here. And then we'll classify it down. I always like to classify my material.
No big nuggets, huh?
No big nuggets.
Have you ever found any on the top like that?
I found them in this tray. Although I do have I have a 2.5 ounce nugget that I found. But that was in a mine.
I have to tell you, Doug, when we told our friends and our acquaintances that we were coming out here to look for gold, they were all envious of us. They said, we can't wait to see what it's all about.
Well, hopefully we can take you back some, you can take some back and show it to them. So we're going to go up and do some panning now. Down here it's a little bit easier.
So what are we doing now, Doug?
Okay, well now we're going to pan out and see what we found. Want to get rid of all the big rocks. Get it down to a manageable amount here. And then, let's see.
Yeah, I always thought that the pans were supposed to be black for some reason. I see you have a green pan. Any particular reason?
Green makes the gold easier to see. Now we're getting down to the garnets, black sand, and gold if there is any. There we go. One little piece. Right there.
Oh, yeah, let's see. Can you point to it? Yeah?
Wow. That's something you could overlook by just digging.
Oh yeah, you'd have an awful lot of trouble trying to find that. There. Gold is heavy. As you can see, that water washing around that piece, it doesn't even move. So the gold, it'll take and stay up there for the most part, unless I get really crazy, like right there. Let me try to get all that dirt away from it.
See it there, hon?
Yeah. Let's see, there's another little piece there. There's nothing in the...
Oh, let me...
It all stays right in here until you get done. But I'm gonna put it over in this other pan, and we'll see if we've got anything else. She's gonna get us a bottle.
And we're basically looking for the mother lode.
That's it. That's what we're looking for.
Still use the term?
Lode. The mother, oh yes. Oh yeah, it's a mother lode. We're all looking for that. We just want the bottom of my pan to turn yellow.
That sounds great.
All we have in here now is our black sands. There's some garnets in there. And this is all iron. And iron is about 9 times heavier than water, where your gold is 19 times. But they're all heavies, and all the heavies stick together. Your garnets are in there. All your precious metals will all be together with the black sand.
That's wonderful. Well, let's hope we can find a big nugget before we go home.
Let's do that. What I'd like to say now is that when we classify this stuff, we classify it down to where most of your material is all the same size.
Okay, so classify is sifting.
Right. You get all the material by using different size screens, which my screens are down there at the dry washer. But if you have a rock, that's this big, and you have a rock that's as big as your thumb, and this is gold. This isn't gold, but this is iron. But if you had a piece of gold that was this big and you had a rock that was big as my thumb, the rock could literally knock this piece of gold out of your pan. So if everything's the same size as this rock, or smaller, then your gold has a much better chance of staying in that pan. So a rock this big isn't going to knock even the small pieces of gold that we found in here. I don't know if you can see it. A few pieces we found. In our first go around, we didn't.
I think I see a couple in there.
We didn't throw much material in there, but that's what we got out of it. And
you would say that's worth a buck?
to me it is.
Okay.
We've got
So for that, we've been here about an hour and a half or so. We made ourselves 75 cents to a buck. Divided by the four of us, that's not too bad. Doug, tell me what the club is all about.
What the club is, we try to educate people. We take people out on our outings every month. We have a meeting once a month, and we take them, and then on that weekend after our meeting, we have an outing. We invite guests and new members to come out here and to experience prospecting in real life. We let you use our equipment. I have equipment, and all the members have equipment. They'll bring it out here. They'll let you use it. You'll learn how to prospect. You'll find some gold, hopefully. And before you go out and spend a lot of money on prospecting, you need to come out and test it out. It's a hobby, and hobbies cost money. So we encourage you to come out, enjoy our outing, and then decide whether or not you want to become a prospector. You'll get the gold fever, and you'll be out here with us. And that's about it. That's what we try to encourage people to do. And we have lunch too. We serve you lunch. It don't cost you anything. So come on out and join us.
Thanks, Doug. That's really interesting and very informative. And I can't wait to share the story with other people.
Yes, that's what this is all about. We're out here having a lot of fun, and we want you to come out too and have some fun.
Thanks again, Doug.